Welcome back to Still Becoming, a podcast where we talk honestly about growth, faith, identity, and the quiet, often unseen work of becoming who we already are. I'm Jazzy, and I'm here with my co-host and dear friend, Steph and Drew.
Hi, everyone. We're really glad you're here with us today.
Thank you for choosing to spend time with us. It truly means a lot.
In our last episode, we shared the words that describe our current season: gentleness, depth, and refinement. But words don't come out of nowhere. They're shaped by experiences, by loss, by survival, by moments that didn't feel important at the time, but slowly changed us. So today, we want to go a little deeper, not to relive every day, but to name what shaped us into the people we are becoming now. For me, this season of reclaiming didn't arrive all at once. It came after years of adapting my life around other people's comfort. Living with a disability means your days are often dictated by systems that weren't designed with you in mind. Appointments, accommodations, schedules, and other people's capacity to understand. Over time, I learned how to be flexible, agreeable, and low maintenance. I learned how to make myself easier, and somewhere along the way, I realized I was surviving really well, but I wasn't choosing very much. I wasn't acting for what I wanted. I wasn't listening to my own voice. I was grateful, but also quietly disappearing. This season isn't about becoming louder or harder. It's about becoming honest, choosing my voice, my needs, my joy, without apologizing for existing.
That resonates deeply with me. My season didn't start with a big crisis. It started with exhaustion, the kind that settles into your bones: physical, emotional, spiritual. I spent a long time believing that being good meant being useful, that rest had to be earned, that strength meant pushing through, staying agreeable, holding it together no matter what was happening inside. And eventually, my body and spirit just stopped cooperating. This season has taught me that gentleness isn't weakness, it's wisdom, that slowing down isn't failure, it's information. I'm learning to listen instead of overriding, to treat myself with the same care I give everyone else.
Well, baby, season I think about that, and that comes from Lego certainty. I used to think that same sense it was only okay to personal to point. I just had to believe in the fact that didn't always feel right. I used to put absolute faith in church systems and traditions, but growth is anything to question rather than away from them, into tension and into humility. I now hold my faith fully in God and His teachings, arriving here with releasing the version of myself who needed to have it all figured out, and trusting that curiosity could return to faithful and confidence.
For Drew, this season has been about depth, and that's come from letting go of certainty. Drew used to think faith meant it was only okay to question up to a point. He just had to believe in the doctrines that didn't always feel right. He used to put absolute faith in church systems and traditions. But growth invited him into questions rather than away from them, into tension and into humility. He now puts faith solely in God and his teachings. Arriving here meant releasing the version of himself who needed to have it all figured out and trusting that curiosity could be just as faithful as confidence.
So much of who we are was shaped long before we even had language for it. Being disabled in a world not built for disabled bodies taught me resilience, but it also taught me silence. I learned how to read the room, anticipate discomfort, and adjust myself before anyone had to ask me to. I learned that, and letting myself take a seat has been one of the hardest and most freeing parts of becoming.
I think a lot of us were shaped by expectations we didn't choose: family roles, faith spaces, and cultural norms. Part of becoming has been gently separating what I was taught from what I actually believe and allowing myself to change without shame.
And sometimes what shapes us though isn't what happened, is what's in it. The part we didn't receive the question no one asked, and the place we weren't committed to holding ourselves. Those absences shape us too.
Drew feels that sometimes what shapes us the most isn't what happened, it's what didn't happen. The support we didn't receive, the questions no one asked, the space we weren't given to be fully ourselves. Those absences shaped us too.
There wasn't a dramatic moment for me. It was quieter than that. I realized I was constantly exploiting myself and still not being heard. Staying small was costing me more than taking up space ever could. One day, I asked myself, what would it look like to stop apologizing for existing? That question changed everything.
For me, it was admitting that my life looked fine on the outside, but felt misaligned on the inside. Naming that truth was uncomfortable and also deeply freeing.
My life changed when I realized growth didn't require abandoning who I was. It invited me to integrate every version of myself we can imagine.
Drew's mindset changed when he realized growth doesn't require abandoning who he was. It invites him to integrate every version of himself with compassion.
If you're listening, we want to invite you into this reflection with us. What season are you in right now? What shaped this version of you? And what quiet moment nudged your life in a new direction? You don't need answers today. Becoming doesn't rush.
If you're still sorting through your story, that doesn't mean you're behind. It means you're paying attention.
Every version of you had a perfect, even the ones that were just trying to survive.
Thank you for letting us share our stories with you. You didn't arrive here by accident. You were shaped, stretched, and soften along the way. You're not broken. You're not late. You're still becoming.
We'd love to hear from you. Share one moment or one word that shaped your current season with us on Instagram or Facebook. And if this episode resonated, consider liking, subscribing, or sharing it with someone who might need it. And if you have a story you'd like to share, please send it to us at podcaststillbecoming@gmail.com. That's podcaststillbecoming@gmail.com. Also, follow us on all our social media to get updates when new episodes are coming out and to stay in touch with us, including X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, be gentle with yourself and trust the process of becoming.